Hi guys, welcome to part two of Bret Michaels. So right after that, from the first video, right after his account was taken down, this account hit me up, D May G or whatever G, and I just 100% knew in my guts this was the guy who was scamming me, right? So I'm just going to show you one of his posts, I think. As you can see here, he's obviously in Lagos and taking over the world one post at a time, whatever. It's a throwaway account that they use. He's got a lot of comments, but they're all his friends. Now, I didn't accept that friend request or that chat. And as soon as I deleted it, I got hit up by this Bret Michaels private account, also based in Nigeria. And I knew, same guy. So, here we go. So his greeting to me was Australian bitch, laughing emoji, right after his old account was taken down. I said, he returns after losing his account. Someone's triggered. You reported me, right? I said, no, I didn't. I was lying. Of course I reported him. I said, maybe one of your other clients did. I had like 3 more paragraphs written out and you vanished. And I reported this one also. Good job, FBI. Maybe I used too much curse words and speaking against LGBTQ. That's why, he said. I said, why are you back though? And what is it you hope to achieve? I'm not sending you a cent. And how many fake accounts you got? This one is well used. The same as it's about as old as the other one. And in response to why are you back? I'm not asking around money. And in this one is well used. He goes, I said, then what do you want? I've got other scammers to bait. Really? Came the response. You love doing that? I said, yes. You're all a disease online, stealing from vulnerable people. It's disgusting. And I know all about your country. It's still not an excuse for what you do and the devastation you leave behind after you take and then vanish. It's effed up. Okay. What do you want me to do? I said, get a labouring job, make content on YouTube, wash toilets, work at McDonald's, anything except destroy lives. You know people have killed themselves after being scammed and losing everything. What's your zangy? Let's talk better, he said, desperate to get me off this platform. And in response to being told to get a job, you think it's that easy, he said. And in response to what's your zangy, I said, no, I have no interest in being friends with a scammer. Now, Nigeria has lots of fast food restaurants. They have McDonald's, maybe not the villages, but I'm sure there's work, guys. If you just Google it, I just hate that excuse. I just fucking hate it because there's always ways, right? Beg on the street, do something. And in response, do you think it's that easy? I said, I know Nigeria has jobs. I know you guys don't want to work. You think you're the first scammer I've spoken with. Look, said my scammer, I need to tell you something, and it's on Zangy. I said, no, thanks. And in response to knowing Nigeria has jobs and that he's not the first scammer I've spoken with, he goes, oh, that's how you learnt the word Mugu. I know. Well, the number of people you talk to is none of my business. I said, exactly. So there is nothing you can say to justify the lies you tell people and all the fake accounts you have. Oh, I'm different, he said. I said, so far you've been exactly the same as every other pathetic scammer I've busted. Exactly. None of you are original. None of you have anything original to say. It's all the same nonsense. I just want a friend, Ma. I swear I'll stop. Just be my friend. I'll never ask for money. I swear, Ma. It's pathetic and it's just another way to get clients or a foreign mama. Is that what they say? He said, sending a laughing emoji. Wow. Well, I'm not begging you for money. I said, that's what you were going to say also, and you already did beg for money. How many of them did you give? He said. I said, none. Or you just burst them and leave them helpless. I said, I don't give to thieves. Oh, came the response. And in response to I just burst them and leave them helpless, I said, helpless? After they cause people to lose their homes, cars, their families? Don't be naive. And in response to I don't give to thieves, he said, you never stolen anything since you were born. I said, no, never. I'm not built to steal. Now, guys, that's not to say that I didn't do dumb shit when I was younger, but I wasn't going to tell him that. But no, I'm not built to steal. And in response to helpless after what you caused people, not everyone is lucky in the whole situation, he said. I said, it takes a special rotten brain to be a thief. And in response to never, he goes, that's a blatant lie. Go look up your history. I said, really, says the scammer, trying to justify stealing. You sure will see thieves, he says. I'm not justifying anything. I said, whatever makes you feel better about yourself, dude. Okay, ma'am. I said, so what do you want? You've now hit me up with 2 accounts. Cut to the chase. I've got things to do today. Just ask for your gift card again so I can say no again. Did you know I was pulling your legs? He tries. I said, sure you were. You tell yourself that. From the insults, he said, I wouldn't even send any dime. Well, I don't know what he was trying to say there. I said, sure. I'm not begging you. I wasn't the one writing all that. I said, sure, whatever you say. Did you notice the change in vocabulary? I said, no. You sound the same as the one who begged for money and then called me an Australian bitch. Nah, I only said Australian bitch, but you wouldn't believe anyways. I said, no, and I wonder why. Could it be all the lies? Wow, imagine not being believed after you spent 2 hours lying. How amazing. And then, of course, he's just gone, it's of no use. It was my friend who messaged. And he could be right. It might be, but I don't think so. I think it's the same guy. I said, sure it was. I enjoyed the conversation. That's why I messaged you back, he said, completely proving me right. I said, sure you did. And I also thought you reported me. I said, sure you did. I said, so your friend messaged me on the other account, but you enjoyed the chat. That wasn't you, so you used one of your other fake accounts to message me. Is that about right? And because I misspelt, I actually did a typo. He goes, I was wondering what you typed. I said, yeah, typo. Sure, it was a typo, he tries. I said, dear me, you are a small little man, aren't you? When your lies don't work, you resort to pettiness. You need to let the world move freely, he said. Don't poke nose into people's business. It gets you killed. Piece of advice from Bret to Julia, he said, trying to double down and then threaten me. I said, I need to let you lie and steal and cause misery. Sure, go ahead. Your God will judge you anyway. And in response to being told that I'm going to die, I said, threats now. Lovely. And piece of advice from Bret to Julia got a response, Bret the fake. And in response to I need to let you lie and steal and cause misery, do you serve God? He said. And we'd cross-posted. I said, with the second-hand bad profile. And in response to do you serve God, I said, you clearly don't. And in response to threats now, he goes, you will die anyway soon. Because that makes it okay then. I said, same as you. And you will meet God, he threatens. I said, same as you. And give an account of what you did on earth. I said, same as you. Same as you, he said. I said, yes, said the thief and liar. You wasted your time on earth bursting people. I said, with the really bad profile. Don't you have a job or something, he said. And in response to you wasted your time on earth bursting people, I said, no, I educate others. And in response to with the really bad profile, he goes, I see your good profile. And in response to don't you have a job or something, I said, yes, a very successful one, in fact. LOL, how old are you? He said. And in response to I see your good profile, I said, I'm not claiming to be famous. To which he says, I'm not claiming to be FBI. I said, neither am I. I'm an Aussie. FBI are American. You know what I mean. I said, do I? Why, you slow upstairs, he said. And in response to do I, he goes, yeah, you do. I said, you make many mistakes with your profile that any idiot could spot, and you think I'm law enforcement? Sent laughing emojis. I said, wow. You still don't get what I'm saying, do you? He said. And I really wasn't. I had no effing idea what this muppet was saying. I said, when I thought you couldn't get any dumber. Brain rot, he said, showing me a crying emoji. I said, uh-huh. It's for you, he said. I said, too many drugs. Lay off the weed, dude. I bet your children smokes. That's if you have any. I said, maybe save your money for food so you don't have to beg online for money from strangers. By the way, he said, I don't smoke. I didn't type that. I told you. I was watching them being typed. And he probably was. He was probably working with a mate. I said, yes, you and your mate who speak and write the same way with the same vernacular, linguistic style and idioms. Sure. And I know I misspelt linguistic, but I don't think he actually noticed that. Hold on, let me shower, he said. I said, I don't care. I'm going anyway. I've got shopping to do. You got shopping to do since 2 hours now. I said, it's 8 a.m. now, so shops are open. I'm sure you can Google the time. You're not even American. I forgot. I said, I know. Shaking my head, he said. I said, I'm an Aussie. What is so hard to understand about that? Maybe you're not that special as the Americans. You're underneath. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry to all my American viewers. I'm really sorry, but I have no desire to be American. My life goal isn't to get a visa to live in America. I know it's hard for you guys to believe. And yes, guys, I am being sarcastic. You guys know that. Please, it's just ludicrous why they think it's just the be-all and end-all. I'm sorry. I won't go on a rant about healthcare and all that. But anyway, I'm underneath. So why do you guys think being American is the wish of everyone? You get your info from movies, dude. It's not real life. And in response to me being underneath everyone, I said, says the scammer. He goes, where do you get yours? In response to him getting his information from movies. What do you, from what you hear? And in response to says the scammer, he goes, says the FBI, sending a skull and crossbones emoji, showing me that it definitely was him in the previous chat. And in response to, from what you hear, I said, you are speaking nonsense now. And in response to maybe, says the FBI, I said, maybe I am. You heard they scam people and think everyone are scammers, which I don't think I said that about Americans at all. I said, maybe you're about to be arrested. What a good reasoning, he continues. I said, 419, dude. And in response to, I heard Americans scam people and think everyone are scammers, I said, you are, though. And in response to, maybe you're about to be arrested. Ooh, I'm so scared, he says. I said, you admitted to being a scammer. I'm not, he said. I didn't, said the man who told me that he got his big car from scammers. And in response to, ooh, I'm so scared, I said, you're the one who keeps bringing up the FBI. Maybe you are scared. And in response to, I'm not a scammer, I said, yes, you did admit to being a scammer. And in response to, maybe you're right, he goes, yeah, right. Oh, sorry, maybe you're scared. Yeah, right. When did I say that? He said. I said, why else keep talking about them? I'm Australian, you complete moron. Go away, you're boring. Australia is not special, Julia. I said, like, really, really, really tedious. I see, he said, now getting his nose out of joint. And in response to Australia is not special, Julia, I said, says the man who has never left Nigeria. I've been to the States several times. Lies, he declares with a laughing emoji. I said, whatever. You'll keep explaining. No evidence. Sending a smiley face. I said, what? Are you completely fried? You're a nonsensical mess who is projecting because you have no life or value to the country or the world. Stop trying to be good, he said. It's annoying. You're evil inside and you know it. I said, and you're boring as hell. Yawn. Jesus, you're tedious. Like I said, you all sound the same and say the same things. Nothing new, nothing interesting, except I now know you have a massive hard-on for America. Okay, he said. I just got done bathing. To which I sent a yawning emoji and he sent a laughing emoji. You know, you're strong-headed. I like your type. I said, and you're boring. You have no game. You will get humbled, he threatens, as long as you're on social media. I said, sure. Give it some time. I said, sure. I'm sure you have been a victim before. That's why you're like this, laughing emoji. How much were you cheated for? I said, that's right. Now it's the time for you to say all that. I forgot that's what is next in the gaslighting script of a bad scammer. Last-ditch effort of the Mughal. To which he says, don't escape the conversation. You get smart when you get duped. Shh, he tried shushing me. Over text, he tried shushing me. Oh, I said, if you have nothing original to say, don't say anything. You're boring. Tell me how much. I see pain in your eyes. I said, not a red penny. I doubt it, he said. I said, I've never sent money to any scammer. I know someone who has been scammed and she was destroyed. That's why I'll always hate you. You wouldn't know a scammer until you've been scammed, said my scammer, who I spotted before I'd even answered his first message. And in response to that's why I hate him, he goes, I'll hate you too. And in response to you wouldn't know a scammer until you've been scammed, I said, oh, sweetie, you were so easy to spot it wasn't funny. And in response to being told he hated me, I said, good. There are many of us. That's why you're having issues getting clients. You noticed that? And in response to, oh, sweetie, you were so easy to spot it wasn't funny, he goes, 'cause you've been a victim. I said, nobody's falling for your pitiful efforts, so you're a loser as well. And in response to, there are many of us, that's why you are having issues getting clients, he goes, you're the only one being strong-headed, Julia. Americans are not so smart. So I'm sorry, guys. I guess he targets Americans. I don't know. But apparently I'm being too strong-headed to be scammed, and that's the problem. I said, how's your internet minutes going? And in response to, so you're a loser as well, he goes, same as you. I bet you got no kids. Because that I know is 100% next to being gay is the definition of being a loser in Nigeria is if you chose not to procreate or you somehow couldn't procreate. I know that women have been thrown, oh, sorry, I won't go into a rant about it either. It just really, I fucking hate it. I hate their attitude. I said, yes, with my bank accounts and cash, I'll live, I'm sure. And then he continued, even if you did, they're gay, he said, around my gay children that don't exist. And in response to, yes, with my bank accounts and cash, I'll live, I'm sure, he says, people with money don't actually brag, said my scammer who bragged about having his big cock and his big car. I said, again with the childish insults, how tedious. That's to show you're a loser. You think I'll ask you for money, said my scammer who'd already asked for $500. I said, and you're triggered. You met the wrong guy, darling, he said. I said, that's why you came back twice. I loved your energy. That's why I'm here, he said, sending a smiling emoji. I said, second stupid account with the same stupid mistakes. To which he says, thank you. And in response to, I loved your energy, that's why I'm here, I went, boring, unoriginal, vanilla, basic. You know you're lame, right? Said my basic, vanilla, unoriginal, boring scammer, bragging about what you don't have. To which I sent laughing emojis. I said, you're triggered. I'll stick my cock in your mouth to shut you up, he said, sending a pathetic face. You talk too much. I said, boring again. I said, still tedious and basic. You're clearly struggling. You're probably even gone orgasm till you kick the bucket. Oh, sorry, probably never gone orgasm till you kick the bucket. Sorry, I'm just laughing. I can't even see clear at this point. I said, says the little boy who can't give one. And in response to, you're clearly struggling, he goes, you're clearly broke, sending a laughing emoji. I said, the racist, homophobic child. And in response to, says the little boy who can't give an orgasm, he goes, ooh, and sends some sort of emoji. I don't know what that is. And in response to being called a racist, homophobic child, he goes, I'm not racist, forgetting that he'd called me a white face. I said, my God, you are seriously the most nonsensically boring scammer I've spoken with for a week. I appreciate every colour, he tries. To which I sent another yawning emoji because, frankly, I'd been at this for 2 hours and I was bored. And in response to, my God, you are seriously the most nonsensical, boring scammer I've spoken with, he goes, I see. I said, if you don't start saying something original, I'll let you talk to yourself. Zangy, let's talk better, he said. I said, I've got a bad Jason Momoa scammer chat happening, though he's marginally better than you. And no thanks to Zangy, I don't want to know you. I don't feel comfortable here, though, he said, dreadfully afraid that his account would get taken down again. And in response to having a bad Jason Momoa, though not as bad as him, he goes, how much have you given him? I said, of course not. Insta might take you down. We'd cross-posted and I was referring to him not being comfortable. And you're still being stupid and not using your brain, in response to how much had I given him. Boring, he says. And look, show some respect, old lady, in response to being called stupid. I said, okay, good luck, have a nice evening, have fun waking up as broke as you were, etc., 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 ciao. To which he says, why, you toxic? I said, why are you a scumbag that steals? I don't steal, honey. I said, with your shitty profiles. Sorry, you hustle, he said. To which he says, let me explain everything on Zangy. And please don't go on Zangy, guys, it's a scammer app. I said, no thanks, you have nothing original to say. And in response to sorry, you hustle, he goes, these Nigerian boys said too much. Completely unimpressed that I knew everything. And in response to having nothing original to say, he goes, I promise I do. I said, yes, you all do. You've also said too much. Give it a chance, he continues. I said, no thanks, my friends don't lie and steal from vulnerable people. You don't want to change me? Came the incredulous reply. I said, why should I? Again, you say the same things every other scammer says. All amounts to getting money from me, and baby, I wouldn't piss on your head to put it out if you were on fire. Have a good night and make better choices with your life before it's too late. I thought you said it's 8 a.m. there. Trying to catch me in some stupid lie. I said, yes, it's 8:28, exactly. And in response to why should I, again, you say the same things every other scammer says, and baby, I wouldn't piss on your head to put it out. He goes, I'm not asking you for anything. Why do you assume I need money? And in response to yes, it's 8:28 a.m., you just told me good night. I said, and in response to why do you assume I need money? I said, because you already demanded a gift card and you just told me good night. Said, yes, because it's night in Nigeria. I wasn't the one who typed that, and besides, you can't afford it. Trying that stupid reverse psychology that's going to make me go, oh, yes, I can. Here's your $500. God, these guys are so ridiculous. Oh, my God. And in response to I wasn't the one who typed that, I went, uh-huh. And because it's night in Nigeria, said, he goes, are you in Nigeria? And to be honest, laughing emoji. And in response to besides you can't afford it, I said again, boring and predictable, you keep doubling. I mean doubting. I said, you keep being pathetic. And that elicited a response of, really? I said, you make the same mistake on this account as the other one. That's why you're not successful. Go to bed. I've got things to do and you're boring. Start doing it to be successful. Teach your children, if you have any. I said, I'll teach them about scammers, yes. Mrs. Successful, he says. I said, yes, very. And in response to teaching my children about scammers, he goes, you don't have children. I said, says who? You're probably single, crushing on me, he tries. I said, sure. I really want a broke liar who gaslights and calls me names. You're a real catch. To which he says, when did I call you names? I said, I'm sure any lady would love the abuse you dish out. To which he says, a shrugging emoji of a woman. I said, read back the chat, Australian bitch. I don't insult without being insulted. I said, sure. 'Cause you called me a scammer. I said, if the shoe fits. And I didn't really mean that, he says, so it's okay to to call names so long as you don't mean them. I said, sure, sure. And in response to if the shoe fits, he goes, I'm sure it did for you. I said, sure. You know that your insults are really, really stupid and lack intelligence. To which he goes, triggered. I said, the chat on the first pathetic account is hilarious. And on this one, they show a lack of maturity and desperation. Desperation, you say, he said. I said, have fun talking to yourself. I'm for real going shopping. I need food and some new perfume. Bye, scammer. Take pictures of so I'll see, he tries. Basic bitch, he says, trying to edit the bitch so that he doesn't get taken down. To which I sent laughing emojis. You gonna come meet me, he says. Go to the store in your G-Wagon. And I haven't seen him since. So we'll see. I have reported this account several times. We'll see if it's still up. So this actually wasn't the videos I was going to make today. I had several others I was going to make. And I might still, so we'll see. But there you go. If he comes back, I'll make part 3. So like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Talk to you guys later. Bye.